Good morning and welcome to the Great Indiana State Fair 2025. Going to walk you through the Purdue University Department of Animal Sciences Poultry Experience, part of Animal Town. This year we have some great sponsors, some of our great poultry companies, Chore Time based in Milford, Indiana, and Ziggity Systems out of Middlebury, Indiana. And as in past years, our poultry companies have been generous in donating birds for this exhibit. First up, as you enter any poultry barn, you're going to need to honor our biosecurity protocols. So that starts with what we call the Danish entry system. This new exhibit this year walks you through how you would enter a barn safely. So take off any outside clothing, sanitize your hands, have a seat on the bench. We've got the line of separation there designated with the red tape. Take off your boots, swing your legs across the bench, and then you're on this in the warm side. Move into the clean side here. Put on your gloves and your boots and your new coveralls. Hit the hand sanitizer again, and then you can move on into the barn. Let's see, we're gonna start over here with our ducks. So again, we're excited this year to have Ziggity Systems with us to provide water for all the birds. Makes it a lot easier for the folks running the exhibit. So these are our ducklings, delivered just yesterday. As you can see, they're all down in there having a good time, using their little nipple drinker. So what we do here with these exhibits is show the different phases of production. So starting with ducklings, and then we're going to move to the grow out phase. So 1 to 3 pounds. They're all relaxing. And then we get to more the finisher size, ready to go to the processing plant. And you'll notice as we go through, kind of see it from here, that drinker line moves up. Starts low at the level of the ducklings and then moves up throughout the production phase. Because ducks can't swallow, birds can't swallow. So they need to reach up and get their water that way. Next set of birds we have are the broiler chicks. So we have broiler chicks that were just hatched in the last couple of days. So the chicks just out of the hatchery, and then we move on into our grow out phase. And now getting close to finisher. So our broilers take about 42 days to go from chick to finisher and ready to go to the processing facility. Again, you can see those watering systems and how they get adjusted through the phases of production. And now our turkey poults. So we have our turkey poults. These were just hatched on Wednesday morning. They're in there strutting around, doing their turkey thing. They have their brooder light on there to help keep them warm. Just trying to keep a consistent heat level for a certain amount of time until they get to the point where they can really regulate that well on their own. And then we have our finisher turkeys here. We have 3 male tom turkeys, and their market weight is, they usually get them up to about 45 pounds, somewhere between 16 and 20 weeks of age. So we do a lot of tom turkey production here in Indiana, because all of our turkey is really processed. Really, we don't market whole turkeys out of Indiana. We typically are just doing different products, ground and deli meat, and legs and thighs and all sorts of different things. All right, now we're moving into our egg production. We have two examples, two different forms of production here. So in the foreground is our conventional caged birds. They are in a chore time system here. They've got their watering set up from chore time. Hens begin to lay at about 30 weeks, well, lay consistently at about 30 weeks of age. And they usually lay from 80 to 120 weeks, about 6 eggs a week. So they are busy in there. And then we have a different form of production that is really growing here in the state of Indiana, which is our pastured and free range. And also this is a reasonable example of what a cage-free system would look like. So this is a portion of the nesting boxes and housing that you would see at a cage-free operation. This is again chore time equipment. And here we have a bunch of egg-laying hens. They'll do some dust bathing activities and see all sorts of things if you stand here and watch for a few minutes. So their feed is there in the middle, and then they should hop up onto that structure and go behind the red flap. That's their nesting box. And they lay their eggs in that nesting box, and then they roll out here onto the conveyor belt, where they're conveyed on into whether it's processing or a different type of system to collect them. And then going back kind of to the beginning, we have here in the middle of our display, we have all our incubators. So you can come and watch our duck. We have duck eggs that are hatching, and what's kind of fun is some of our poultry professors there at Purdue have a little camera here, and they're monitoring the ducks as they're hatching out. So really always fascinating to watch that hatching activity. These are our egg-laying chicken eggs. Well, maybe those are our broiler eggs now that I'm really thinking about it. They're chicken eggs. And then these are turkey eggs. And you know that they're turkey eggs because they're kind of speckled, kind of brown speckled. And they're all marked with the dates that they were laid, so we can track that hatching. So, and some of our first fully hatched birds at the fair. Good morning. So anyway, really appreciate all the efforts of the Purdue University Department of Animal Sciences to help us showcase commercial poultry production here in the state of Indiana. A lot of time and effort go into this. We have Purdue Animal Science students who act as animal ambassadors for the duration of the fair to be here for the general public, answer questions, and just help interpret what they're seeing. So hope you get an opportunity to come on out to the Indiana State Fair and see this for yourself. But appreciate you listening and watching. Have a good one.